Right everybody, welcome back to another transferring video. Now in this video we'll be talking about Rashford playing in the number 9, we'll be talking about players leaving the club, AMORIM's first potential transfers and much more. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe if we are new. We're going to be talking about Victor Gyökeres, cash deal, Rashford in the 9, transfer plans and much more. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So we're going to start off by talking about Rashford in the number 9. Now Ruben Amorim is set to hand Marcus Rashford a chance to impress at the number 9 in his 3-4-3 system. This is coming in from Give Me Sport and Dean Jones Soccer. Now listen, Rashford has played in the number 9 previously for Manchester United. But again, he prefers to play on the left-hand side. Would Rashford be a player I would play through the middle? Absolutely not. I don't think he has enough qualities. I don't think he has that physicality. And I don't think he really is the sort of striker that Amorim would want to play anyway. You look at the striker he plays at Sporting was Gyökeres, a very intense, powerful, pacey striker. Rashford definitely does have the pace. I don't know if he has that back to goal ability and that lethal finishing ability. I think Rashford's more of a winger who likes to come inside, have a shot, put crosses in. And I think the perfect position for Rashford would be in those inside sort of 10 roles. Now people have obviously talked about him playing on the left wing back or something like that. That could be something that does happen. There's a good chance that Amadou Garnacho will play wing back, so that's something that's been talked about there. So you could see Rashford definitely operate in those inside forward sort of positions. Listen, Rashford is a good player. It's a big opportunity under a new manager. He will get this season to try and improve himself. Yes, he hasn't had the greatest start, but it's a new reset by everyone under this new manager. And I'm hoping he can have a big impact for the team and ultimately for the squad, because, listen, if Rashford plays well, Manchester United will benefit, and ultimately that's something that we have to put into consideration when talking about Marcus Rashford. So I think we've got to be patient, give him time to adapt under this new manager, new instructions, but definitely not for me in that number 9 position. Now the next thing, Victor Gyökeres. Manchester United would be willing to offer a free plus Joshua Zirkzee to Sporting CP for Victor Gyökeres in the summer. Now let's see what happens with that. Obviously, it's becoming adamant that Zirkzee and this exit story is talking about quite often. Obviously, United want to sign a lethal striker, and I do think we do need a striker with experience. Now, Gyökeres is obviously being someone who's talked about just based on the fact he's a good striker and will be leaving probably Sporting in the summer, and obviously with Amorim coming to Manchester United, the likelihood of that deal happening has probably strengthened him, and he will be linked to United anyway. Listen, I think he's a very good player, very pacey, very technical, very good quality. He will definitely work at Manchester United. Now Zirkzee, I think he's someone who wants to stay at the club and kind of prove his fight. That's fair enough for Joshua Zirkzee. I think he is a good player, relatively good on the ball, very cool, well, not quick, but very smart, likes to link up play, and it's all about really finding Zirkzee's best position at United. And I think it definitely could be in that inside 10 position, definitely kind of roaming. I don't think he will be a striker at Manchester United, but let me know your thoughts on that. Now the next thing I want to talk about is Jarrad Branthwaite and Manchester United plans for the summer. Now Manchester United remain interested in signing Everton defender Jarrad Branthwaite, while Ruben Amorim carries out his early assessment of the squad he's inherited. Give Me Sports sources have confirmed the Reds have a strong interest from last summer, and having a number of bids rejected by the Toffees as Ineos look to bring in reinforcement for the defensive positions. But it became clear that two teams would have been able to fund an agreement with Everton due to the 80 million in valuation, with the centre-back United moved to sign French youngster Yellow Euro and obviously Mathis de Ligt. Now, GM sources understand that they're still eyeing Branthwaite. Branthwaite is considered to be one of the best defensive prospects in the country. For the 22-year-old, he has struggled with game time so far due to a number of injuries. Obviously, he had a groin injury. However, his quality isn't a doubt. An indication of Old Trafford still suggests no move to United is definitely still alive, with the situation continuing to keep an eye on in 2025. Now, but United will allow new manager Ruben Amorim to offer his verdict on any potential deal too, while the club already having a recruitment list in play for 2025, which also includes players that Ineos would believe to be a great blueprint for the future, regardless of who in charge, and that's kind of what we've seen last year. Yeah, obviously with Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans out of their contract in the summer. Now, United will obviously have competition. Liverpool could be highly of the interest with Van Dijk leaving. Branthwaite could stay at Everton. He's got a current contract until June 2027, but Everton want to lead him to the club into the new stadium next season. A new ownership could hand him a pay rise to keep him about. Now listen, he's a very, very good player. As I said, young, 22, experienced, very, very good quality. Would he join Manchester United? I think he would cherish the opportunity. I think he's a very, very fantastic player. Now, as I said, United do need centre-backs with Maguire, Evans, Lindelof, all these sorts of players out of contract. We do definitely need defensive reinforcement, especially because AMORIM wants to play that back three. Now, the most interesting thing is who will actually play in those positions. I think you could see, I think we do need three. Obviously, who do we bring in the centre-back? Will it be Ineos, Diamande? There are definitely multiple options out there. Now, the last two things I'm going to talk about, Benfica and Alvaro Fernandez and Anthony. So, I'm going to start by talking about Benfica. Benfica have a plan to keep Alvaro Fernandez and escape the Manchester United buyback clause. The plan is not to try and sell him back to United for any 4 windows, and they see that the clause will expire so they can sell him for more elsewhere. Now, he's definitely a player I would bring back for Manchester United. He's young, he's up and coming. Yes, it's a good plan, but the buyback clause United can activate, I'm pretty sure, from the next couple of seasons. He's still relatively young. He's doing very, very good for Benfica. He's a young defender, someone who I don't think United should have let go. I think with the left back issues, he massively could have put a shift in. He's young, he's up and coming, and I think bringing him to United next summer will be absolutely fantastic. Could potentially be that starting left back, someone who's been looked at the academy and someone we know a lot about. These sort of buyback clauses are fantastic. Because it allows United to kind of re-sign him. Now, the last thing, Anthony Aiden Jr. Pedroso says the player has no intention of leaving Manchester United. Obviously, reports are coming in that United want him to leave the football club, and they're going to listen to offers in the January window. Now, Anthony's a player who struggled for form at Manchester United and has really struggled to find a rhythm. I would let him go. Obviously, he gets a fresh slate under AMORIM. He could be a player that becomes very effective, potentially in those wing-back positions. For me, I would definitely look to let him go. Obviously, we're not going to recoup any of the sort of money that we got for him, but maybe a loan deal and you increase his value in the summer. Maybe something that could happen. But listen, let me know your thoughts. This has been the latest Manchester United news. Like, subscribe. Peace.